Hey, this is Derek, one of the Atypical Hustlers. I am going over how to make a concrete countertop for our bathrooms here in one of the motel rooms we're remodeling. We'll be using some Quikrete and making a mold and putting it all together and dropping our sink into it. So I'm going to go over some of the supplies we'll need and get going with it. Okay, so this is actually what we are doing this for. This is a sink that looks like that in the picture. It came from IKEA, and we are going to be making a mold, and we are using shelving to make the mold. This is that shelving that has that vinyl cover on it, and that's very, you know, you'll see on shelves in your pantry and whatnot. But basically, the company that makes the sink made me a template of basically how the hole should be cut, and so I used that template to be able to make the mold cutout for the sink to drop in. So basically what we're doing is we're going to be dropping the concrete all the way around this and making it work. Some of the things we'll need a just a little, basically like a putty knife, because it's such a small project, to spread the concrete. We will also need water to spray. That's basically what that is. It's just an old bottle. So we'll be using that to keep the concrete moist as it's drying. WD-40 will be used as a sealant before we pour the concrete. That way it doesn't stick to the mold. I do not have a mixer, so I improvised. Make sure you use a low setting on your drill, especially if you're making your own like I did. But then we got Quikrete. It's a 50-pound bag. I'm gonna be mixing up 25 pounds of it for this project. I'm not really sure exactly how much I'm gonna need. I'm probably gonna have some left over. And then I have a couple buckets there for the mixing and for water. And we will get going with it. First thing we're doing here is we're going to make sure it's all leveled up, and it looks like we have it pretty much perfect all the way around. Then we're going to get start pouring. We're going to use WD-40, and it's going to create a seal. Okay. That way the concrete will come away from the mold. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we are going to take some grout, some tile grout, and we are going to make it, basically give it a cold, cracked look so the concrete looks like a broken stone. Oh, okay. Stop this. It's tile grout. Why? Don't touch it. here it is. All we're going to do now is just let it set. Over the next hour, we're going to make sure to take the spray bottle and keep it wet. And other than that, try and see how it turns out. So now that we've let this set about an hour, hour and a half, we're going to go ahead and bump the parts loose on the edges so it doesn't stick, and then we're going to flip this thing over, take the mold off. What we're going to do is we're going to put a polyurethane layer, and right here we got about a 1/16 of an inch mold, and what it is it's going to leave us a perfect edge to where that polyurethane is going to set up. And so we're going to go ahead and get this ready and put some polyurethane on it. Okay, it looks like the weather's getting the best of us, so we are going to move this party inside. Okay, well, as you can see, me and Lamora put the coat of polyurethane on this, and now we are just waiting for it to dry. We got the countertop finished, we got the polyurethane put on it, and after it came out, we just wasn't very happy with it. We put an epoxy coat over the polyurethane, and it came out looking phenomenal. And so we're really happy with the way it turned out. The epoxy we used was Total Boat, and we are very, very satisfied with the way the countertop turned out. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take the base and screw it to the bottom of the countertop. And what we did is we had the galvanized piping base and a flange, and we're going to be piloting holes into the bottom of the concrete with a 5/32 masonry bit, and we're going to put tape around the bit to make sure we don't go too far and go through to the good side of the countertop. And then after we pilot those holes out, we're going to put the flange that's attached to the galvanized pipe, and we're going to use 3/16" masonry bits, or masonry screws. What they are, they're Tapcon, and that should be able to pull it together real nice. And the way that we're going to be piloting those holes out is just using a hammer drill. That way we don't ruin our normal drill trying to over exhaust it, getting it going through the concrete. And this is a pretty cheap drill. It's a Black & Decker that we just picked up at Walmart. I think it was 30 or 40 bucks, so it's really, really, a good tool to have. It hasn't let me down yet, but we will get this going. Thank you for visiting our channel. Please make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you can see any of the future DIY projects we have coming. You can also visit our website at www.theatypicalhustlers.com to see any of our DIYs on there. Thanks.